Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dana here. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time to the channel, my name is Dana, and I focus on reselling content. And today's mostly going to be a what sold video. I'm going to show you what I sold on eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace. There's a few that are Facebook Marketplace. I went through PayPal too, but anyways, eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace, and I'll tell you what I sold them for, what I paid for them, basically what my profit is on all that fun stuff. So if you want to see all that, stay tuned to the end. And if you don't, then I don't know why you're here. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy today's video. I also want to talk about today something that was going on in a reseller group that I'm in, and some people were giving me a really hard time for my answer to someone's question, and I think there were some pretty bad answers to this person's question. So I want to discuss it a little bit, and I want to know what do you think. And basically the question is, I made a mistake, not me, but the person who had the question. They said, I made a mistake and the seller is angry. What do I do? And I'm going to tell you what they were telling this person, and I'm going to tell you what I told them, and you're going to tell me what you would do. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the what sold portion of the video, and let's have some fun. Anyways, let's see. I'm going to show it over here. I have 4 of these that sold right now. I have a big stack of them there, and that's another stack of a different size, and that's another stack of a different size, and that's another stack of a different size, and those are some of them packed up. But anyways, this is what it is, so I just thought I would show it to you this way. I was at a yard sale on Saturday, and the guy had a big table just absolutely loaded with shirts, and they were mostly Scorpions, Megadeth. There was a few of these Lana Del Reys. I didn't get the Lana Del Reys. I just got one on accident. I think, honestly, I probably should have grabbed these two, so maybe I'll watch out for his yard sale and see if it happens again. But the Lana Del Rey shirts didn't seem to sell as well. And I'm a metal fan myself, if you couldn't tell. Metallica shirt and Static X autographs and stuff over there. But anyway, I bought 51 of these shirts for $15 total. So not $15 each, $15 total is what I paid for 51 of these shirts, because he just wanted them gone. And when I was talking to him and I could tell that he just wanted them gone, I said, hey, what if I just buy them all? And he said, you want all of them? And he's like, yeah, get them out of my garage. And I was like, well, how much? And basically we counted them up, and he said 50 cents a piece, and he counted 30, but when I got home, there was over 51 in there, and I would have been fine whether there was 30 or 51, because I paid $15, and I sold 4 this weekend for $20. It's free shipping, but they'll all go first class, and they're just going to slide right into these poly mailers and slap it on there, and off they go. So super easy. I'm going to end up, after I get all of the orders packed today, let's see, I've got all that stuff right there to show you still. After I get all my orders packed, I'm going to bag and label all of these, and then I'll probably put them in one of these bins. But anyways, that's what sold. 4 of those, total of $80 in sales. And my buy cost is 30 cents a piece is what it breaks down to. So 90 cents is my buy cost. And just for fun, the other side, if anyone is curious, that was the back. I think the back looks better than the front, but part of that's because I'm a bigger Megadeth fan than Scorpions. So anyways, whatever. That's what sold there. Let's do Amazon. I bought some retail arbitrage, and I sold this tech deck on Amazon for $19.99, and I paid $4.99 for that. Some of these are worth money, some of them are not. This one was worth $19.99, paid $4.99 for it. On Amazon, I also sold this Verilux 27 watt light. I was the only seller on it. I picked these up $1 a piece for 2 of them at an estate sale on Thursday, and I listed them on Amazon for merchant fulfilled. I was just going to ship them to Amazon, but I figured I would list them merchant fulfilled for the time being, and one sold already for $29.99. So $1 into $29.99. And then the last one for Amazon that I have today is this Ursula and Bing Cherry Horse by Spirit DreamWorks. This sold for $40.99, and I paid $1.49 for it, retail arbitrage on clearance at Walgreens. So wish I could have found more, because I was a smoking freaking profit on that one, $1.49 into $40.99. So happy with that. Let's see, I'll move on to some of the other stuff. I'll do this one down here. This case is trashed. Look at his face. If that'll focus. But I didn't have a different case to put it into, so I just listed it. I took pictures exactly like that. And this game was interesting enough to somebody that they paid $20 for it. And I paid $1 for this at a yard sale. So $20 plus shipping, and I paid $1. I sold another one of the American Standard flush valves. I'll have to probably put it up on the screen because I've already got it taped up in the box. And this sold for $25.99, and I paid 99 cents for this at a Goodwill. If you watch back through my shorts, I went and bought $20 worth of Traeger pellets at the store, and I said, hey, I'm going to go see if I can pay for it on a quick thrift trip, and I found 2 of these for 99 cents, brand new, and I sold both of them for $25.99, and so I paid for the Traeger pellets, and then I got another $20 in profit in my pocket. So very happy with that. Let's see, the Shield, the complete series. I sold this for $29.99 free shipping. So go media mail, it'll be £2 rate, maybe £3, so no more than $4 in shipping costs. And I paid $1 for this. I was at an estate sale on Thursday, and they said all DVDs $1. And this one, they counted as just one DVD, even though it's a big old box set. And I would have paid up to $4 or $5 for it if they said it. But I was very happy that they just did the $1 DVD buy cost. So anyways, happy with that. Let's see, One Touch Ultralink. I got this for $5 at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. I don't know that I would buy many more of these. It did fine. I sold it for 30. Sure I don't give you the wrong number. $34 is what I sold this for on a best offer. And so 5 into 34 is really good, but I was getting offers of like $10. People that were wanting these wanted it to be dirt cheap. So I don't know. I would not buy this again, even though I made a solid profit on it. The test strips, absolutely. I made a killing on those, but this thing probably would not buy again. Something I would definitely buy again is this sensor valve. Paid $3 for this at an estate sale about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. And I priced it at the top of the market, and I was just hoping that I could squeeze out the most profit out of it. And I ended up holding on to it a little bit longer, and it ended up selling for $59.99, which is a great profit from $3 to $59.99. But you know, I would probably just price it cheaper the next time to just move it and not hold out for the most money. There were some that were selling upwards of $72, and so you know, I missed out on like $10-12 by taking a little bit lower offer. But it's one of those things, if somebody needs this, a lot of the time they probably need it now, and they don't want to wait for eBay shipping and all that. They're just going to run into Lowe's or wherever. So anyways, I think that's why I got a little bit less for it, but I'm still happy with it. $3 into $59.99. Let's see, down here I sold these 3 Native American things. This one is the Eagle Kachina. This one is the Sun Kachina, and then these are just some stickers, and I paid 25 cents a piece for each one of these. And these are I got these at the same sale where I bought all those psychedelic poster cards that I sold for $100 last week, that I paid a quarter for. And if you remember, I said I only bought them all because everything was there was 4 things that were a quarter and I could just pay $1. Well, these are the other three things that were a quarter as part of that dollar purchase. So the poster cards sold for $100. These three as a lot sold for $29.99. So solid sale there from 75 cents into 30 bucks. Let's see, I sold these Meyer Cord mushroom stickers. They're the 1531D and 69 cents. And you can just see vintage Meyer Cord. Anyways, I paid a quarter a piece for these basically in a big bulk lot. And I've sold off, I'm well into the profit, and I still have that whole Costco box right there is full about halfway of paper and stickers and stuff that I bought for this ephemera stuff. So I still have a whole bunch of listings. And these sold for $5 on a best offer, but I only have a quarter into them. They paid $5 plus shipping. So that's still a solid profit there. Shout out $1 Million Peddlers. They were talking about these gnomes books on one of their shows the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I've bought and sold a couple of those. And they're like, yeah, you can find them in the wild if you just look for them. And sure enough, I was at an estate sale and I saw this and I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy that. And I paid $1 for it. No, $2 for the hardcover. I paid $2 for this one, and it sold the same day I listed it for $49.99. So some old books are definitely bolos to look out for. This gnomes book is one of them. So if you see these, definitely stop and take another look at them. It's like basically the gnome culture, and it's kind of a interesting thing if you're into gnomes. And let's see, that one was a little risque, but $49.99 from $2. Another book that sold for big bucks is the Book of Colt Firearms. Got a big glare on that. Maybe I'll move a little bit. I paid $10 for this at an estate sale. They were asking 30 or 40 for it, I forget. And I was like, basically the dust jacket is in rough condition. You can see it. The book itself is great, but the dust jacket was just in really rough condition. And I talked them into $10, and that was as low as they would go. And I was basically getting ready to leave when they wouldn't budge off of 20, and they were like, okay, fine, 10. 10's fine. And I probably would have still bought it for the 20, but I ended up selling this one for $79 or $71.99 for this book. So paid $10, sold it for $71.99 plus shipping on there. And again, it's media mail, so this will go media. And my goodness, this thing is heavy. It's probably 12 pounds. It's a thick, heavy book. Let's see. So if you see firearm, collectible, whatever, just reference guide books, always look those things up, because they're collectors. The person who collects this gun and is going to pay $1,000 for that gun or $5,000 for that gun or whatever will definitely pay up for a book that teaches them about the guns and whatever that they collect. So anyways, let's see. I sold a print head. This is for the HP 8100, and I have a couple of these, and shout out Osborn2thrift, put me onto these things, and basically this is where the printer ink cartridges go inside of the printer. And this piece right here, I bought 5 different printers, and I pulled the print heads out of all of them. I've already sold 3 of them. This is the 4th one, and I have 1 more to go. And I basically paid about $5 per printer on the printers, and these have been selling for between $70 and $90. This one sold for $89.99 free shipping. So definitely something to look out for. I also pulled the paper trays off of some of them, and am trying to part that out. But it is worth way more. The printer I couldn't have sold for $80, but I could sell the print head for $80 or $89.99. So definite bolo or something to learn about. If you see HP printers with the model number starting of an 8, so an 8100, an 8600, an 8725, all of those things are going to be worth money on those print heads. So the transmission manual, This transmission manual sold for $25.19, and I paid 65 cents for that. So don't need to go much further into it, just that I bought a whole bunch of transmission manuals. I'm about half sold through now, but just love selling these because my buy cost is so low. They slide into an envelope poly mailer, and then off they go. I sold Mary J. Blige, Family Affair. I had 2 of these. This is the second one that sold. Paid 10 cents a piece for these in a big bulk record buy. Haven't even listed half the records. I need to get on that. But this one sold for $8 plus shipping, and it'll just go into a record mailer, and off she goes. I sold this Flavor Wave oven by Thane, and it is an extender ring, so not the oven. I have the oven too, but I bought this and the oven, and I paid $10 for the whole lot of the 2. So I'm going to put $8 buy cost on the oven itself and $2 buy cost on this, and this sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So I'm going to ship it right in this box. There's no reason not to. I just need to tape it up and reinforce it, and then it'll be ready to go out that way. And then the last thing that I have to show you, or 2, sorry, I forgot this one. I sold this Biterlac blanket. This sold for $49.99. It's brand new sealed. It is the Cortez model. That's what it looks like. Never been out of this bag. So as soon as I saw it at the sale, I was like, oh man, shout out Matt at Part-Time Pickers. And because he's always picking up Biterlac and San Marcos and other vintage blankets. And when I saw this one was sealed, I knew it was worth at least $50. And I wanted it to go to clear up room fast. So I bought it on Thursday and I sold it on Saturday, and paid $5 for it. Sold it for $49.99, and then they paid like $12 or $13 in shipping. So I'll probably find a box to put that in, just because they paid $50 for it. It could just go in a poly bag, but I don't honestly think I have that big poly bag right now. I think I got rid of all of my really big poly bags. And then the last thing, this is the last thing, other than I sold 2 more things that I've seen pop up on my phone. I'm using my phone instead of the GoPro today, but I am not going to include those in my numbers, but I will show you the last thing that sold over the weekend is this. It's Native Reflections Alaska, a portrait of Northern style, or Northern life. And my in-laws came over yesterday for Mother's Day dinner, and I gave them a little unboxing, and they did not appreciate this thing. And a lot of other resellers that, when I shared this before, did not appreciate this lady either, and they thought I was crazy for buying it and bringing it home. And anyways, this nice old lady right here, that's actually her name, is the old lady. Sold for $79.99 plus shipping, and so the buyer's all in just under $100, and I paid $15 for this at an estate sale. And I mean, you can see the detail and texture and on this. It is from 1985 is when this was made. It's supposedly real hair and real fur on the Eskimo cap. And on the back of it, it actually has a price from 1985. So we're going to put her back in her box. And I don't want to pick it up and break it, but back in 1985, they paid $99.95 for this thing. So it was a very expensive tourist piece or art piece or whatever. And there was none available, so I priced mine what I felt was high at $99.99, and I got an offer of $79.99, and I took it because I don't want her hanging around any longer than she needs to be, and I just wanted her to move on with life and find a new home. So anyways, she's off to live with a new family, and the person was very happy. They asked me a bunch of questions, and I answered as good as I could, and then basically said the listing and the pictures is more than I know. And I was honest. I said I bought it in an estate sale, and I just thought it was too cool to leave behind. And but I'm hoping she finds a new home. And then they sent me the offer of $79.99, and I went ahead and took it. So I could have probably countered at $89.99, and they would have done it. But I didn't want to risk them being the only person interested in this thing and it sitting in my office over here any longer than it needed to be. So off she goes, and off to a new home, and I forget where it's going, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, so let's see. I'll go over the totals at the end, but let's talk real quick about the question that the person had on this reseller group. So the sales today, I don't think I told you the Facebook Marketplace. 3 of the concert shirts were Facebook Marketplace, and 1 was eBay. So it was the $80 total, but 3 were Facebook Marketplace. 1 was eBay on there. So anyways, if I would have just listed them on eBay and not cross-listed on Facebook Marketplace as well, I wouldn't have had those extra $60 in sales. So definitely, if you have the ability to, and when something like big multi-quantity, you should definitely be considering cross-posting those on multiple places. I really should list some of those on Depop and Mercari, maybe Grailed, I don't know. But I'll probably do that later. Anyways, the question this person had was, they said they sold an item on Amazon and they sold it for $25, and the buyer messaged them when they got the item and said they were very upset that they left a $3 clearance Walmart sticker on it. And they said, what do I do? And there was a whole bunch of answers that said just mark it, no response needed, or no reply. I wouldn't even reply to that. And tell them, well, that's what profit is, and this is how, like, I sell things for a profit. This is how it works. And I'm just thinking to myself, I've been selling on Amazon for like 5 years, and there's a lot of things that you can do to upset customers that can get your account shut down and banned. You can get what's called an A to Z claim, where they involve Amazon and say the seller wouldn't fix the situation. And I can almost assure you that if the buyer complained to Amazon and said, hey, I don't think this is right or authentic or whatever, they could make a claim, and you could get in big trouble for buying that thing for $3 from Walmart and then sending it in to your seller or to your buyer and just not replying. What kind of horrible customer service is that? You're just asking for a negative feedback. And I can tell you from experience of other people in a group, I've had 1 negative feedback on Amazon, and I got it removed by working with the buyer. And it was a silly thing. They weren't happy with how something performed. There was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with me. There was nothing wrong, whatever. They just didn't like the product. And it was really a product review. So I got the review removed because it was a product review. If they gave them a negative on the seller account because they sold them a $3 item and then they just never responded to their question, Amazon's not going to remove that. And if they're a newer seller and they have 1, 2, maybe 3 feedback, even if you had 3 positive feedback and you get that 1 negative, you now have a 75% positive feedback rate. And if you look at it, if there's something you're selling and you're compared to somebody that's a very similar price and that person has a 100% positive feedback and you have a 50 or a 75 or a 25% or whatever positive feedback, which one are you going to buy from? I'd buy from the 100% positive one before I buy from the 75% positive one all day long. And so I said, my opinion was, don't not reply. Reply to them and tell them, hey, I apologize. It was an oversight. I'm not sure how that sticker got on there or was left on there. But I really appreciate your business. And then I would leave it at that, right? That was the first part of my answer, was apologize and then leave it at that, because you shouldn't need to go any further than that. But there's a possibility that they could push the subject. And so I said, if they then reply and are aggressive or angry or whatever, like if they push the subject, it would be worth it to consider either a partial refund or a complete refund, to say, hey, I apologize, just look, here's your money back. And my reasoning behind that was $25 is way more worth it to give that refund than to have a negative review on your account for who knows how long, right? So those of you who sell on Amazon, what do you think? I'm not saying to immediately give them a refund. I said to apologize and thank them for their business. And then if they push the subject, maybe you offer them a partial refund and you say, hey, how about I give you $10 back because of the inconvenience or frustration or whatever, right? It's not a problem. It's a frustration. You pissed off your customer, right? The seller's in the wrong. There's no way around it. The seller is in the wrong. They left a $3 sticker on an item they sold for 25 bucks. You can't do that. And so when you made the mistake, right? You have to own up to it. And no response needed is absolutely ridiculous. And then people were telling me I was crazy and I'm teaching buyers to request refunds and all that. And I would say, like, I get it. But I didn't say to just give them a refund. And sorry for my shaky camera work. I didn't say to just give them a refund. I said you would consider giving them a refund or a partial if they pushed the subject after you replied and gave them just an apology and a thank you for your business. Get that off my screen. So anyways, what do you think? Am I crazy? For those of you who sell on Amazon and you know how an A to Z claim works and what negative feedback does to your account, what do you think? What would you do? Or what feedback would you have given this person? Because like I said, there was at least 10 people, if not 15 people, who said I would mark it no reply needed, or they were given these smart ass comments of that's how capitalism works and that's how I earn a profit. And don't ever email your customer and say, well, that's how I earn a profit. They don't care. They know you're earning a profit, but they don't think about it. And for you to do that and throw it in their face, that's just stupid. So anyways, such is life. All right, hey, little revision. I'm going to add in, I had 4 more things sell while I was packing, so I'm just going to include them on here super quick, and I'm just going to show you some stuff on the screen. See it? That changes my total on eBay to $822.31. The stuff that sold was this outboard motor lock. I paid $3 for this at a yard sale, sold for $22.50. I sold this Proactive. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale this weekend, sold for $21.99. I sold this Cat model here. It says $52.99, but I actually sold that on a best offer of $47. And then I sold this NASCAR shirt for $40. Buyer pays shipping, and total shipping costs, let's see, are this one right here. $116.90 for that. And anyways, so revised totals. Let's see if I can get something on a screen. Anyways, revised totals. Total sales, $1,018 between all platforms, $1,018 even. 137.47 cents are the fees that I paid to sell on those platforms. My cost of goods came out to $72.62, leaving me $807.91 minus shipping, which was the $116.90, leaves me a net profit of $691.01. So $691.01, a little bit better, not much better than the previous total that I'm editing out, but I thought I would throw it in there. Just so everybody could see the total sales. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed anything. Please leave it down in the comments. Again, tell me what do you think about that situation and my feedback. I'm not asking if I was right or wrong. I'm just asking what was your opinion. What would you do in that situation? And anyways, have a great day. Happy sales. Thanks for watching, and peace.